have got to stop.
And that's exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
Sir Butch,
A man, does that in
only
you've got?
are we?
We are. If you, I have an eye.
So
My, if
maybe
perhaps.
how about
He's a young.
what's wrong with him? And he'll give.
And to half the wench. On the other hand, may. I tell if he, the king.
Sir Hunt,
You do?
I've
And who on the cunt? How that?
well,
You
Lord
have got
off.
so if you or you forget what a shit.
What brings you here? You'd better go before people...
God bless.
So Hanush,
Indeed.
then
Thank you.
enough.
Cheers.
Here's
Good day. Greetings to you. God grant you health, sir. God bless. God bless, good sir. Greetings to you. God be with you.
Greetings to you too.
God be with you.
What brings... Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I'm waiting here for you.
Oh, how's that?
I've been
Who
in God.
is it that...
Don't.
And in the morning...
And then
You... I'll...
I've got those.
Quite.
Here they are. You.
As agreed.
Thank you.
Yes.
How could I?
And
Gentlemen,
Is
Like? Tell me.
I both this.
It would seem that we have all benefited from it. We'll set up.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult.
And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, the lot of them.
How dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swill pot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Zarjitz, your insolence just cost you your place on the council, and a month in the dungeon.
But...
Hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not, put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
I'll see to it as soon as the council is over, Your Majesty.
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the city council up. He will make sure...
But, sire, that would be a violation.
Silent! You have during my... But that is over now. You were given a few but instead... But, unlike my brother, I am king. And I assure you, you have 2 weeks to I want... And you answer only to me. And the council is dismissed. You... Don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Margaret, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, and rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army... Between the two of us, Margaret, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, and rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities. And get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire. As soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Marquardt. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king. You did a good job, waiter. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Raposh. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No. We shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Raposh falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
something here in the daytime?
You hear that Lord Kunstadt's niece is marrying the young Lord of Kirkstein.
Wojciech made sure everyone knows.
And who is this young couple? Never heard of him.
Yet another impoverished nobleman. Not the first to end up in that Alsace region.
Well, a nice, rich bride with a fat dowry is going to take the fun out of his son.
He won't even know what to do. Sold his gilded ornament.
That's right. The likes of him live only for handsome trips and visiting the birdhouse.
Like I said, I think Wojciech will find the whole affair quite sober.
About the girls?
Poor bride, too.
Perhaps we're being maybe it'll be a happy marriage. The lad might have picked up a thing or two at the bar.
Not sure.
Caught something, all right. I myself got a bad rash from a place like that not too long ago.
Shut your mouth, or I might throw up over your shoes.
When those two girls
You're right.
carrying the
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Well, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See now. I'll gladly drink to that with you. Only there's nothing to drink. We've run dry.
Fuck. I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
Oh, the piglet!
I'd rather eat well.
Strong words. I thought your Alishka was brown-haired, though.
Good health.
What? I'm talking about fucking singers, like you twat. I love my
You already said that.
All right. Sorry. But you're right about Sigismund. The sooner he's gone, the sooner life returns to this country.
Let's drink to that.
To King Wenceslas.
Just a bit longer.
Aye, you already said that. Come on, finished.
Pull up your skirt, and I'll be done.
Forget it. Come on, finished.
Pull up your skirt, and I'll be done.
Forget it.
Right about Sigismund.
drink to that.
To King Wenceslas.
Otherin may be an old pinch person, but when it comes to affairs of state...
Lord Kunstadt was going with them.
Praise the Lord.
Greetings.
God be with you, my friend.
And with you?
We? Who do you mean?
Not you.
Have you ever thought about Scotland narrow? It would make a lot of things easier for you.
And how
How come you're still here, sir? Weren't you supposed to travel with Sir Hanush? Raise an army, prepare a wedding feast and all that?
All hail Jobst. He sorted things out here nicely. He got my money for a start, and that's more than I wanted to give him. But you know how it goes. Give them a finger. I explained to the Margrave that I'm not going anywhere, and I'm too old.
Did you at least discuss?
Nothing to discuss. It's the pride of our family. We can...
But I'd bet my right arm...
What?
Deal with him yourself, though.
Have you ever thought about getting married?
Having a good time?
It's a fucking bore. These old farts here have no idea what fun is.
Well, what are you missing? There's wine, food, even a few females worth the sin.
I'd rather have a game of dice. Or a good punch-up.
Don't you dare get into a fight with anyone. You know what a fuck-up that would be.
Aye, I forgot. Only the younger Lord of Rabors is allowed to give anyone here a pasting. And his own kin at that.
Leave it out. They forced my hand.
Well, they wouldn't have to force me. That young nitwit was asking for it anyways.
My luck, things will start going sour now. Good day.
Greetings.
Anyway, look at...
May I interrupt you for a moment?
You already did, didn't you?
What's the matter?
One of the most esteemed guests all over the place. I meant the
No way.
Oh, come on. If I go and get it myself, there's no risk to you. At worst, I'll take the blame.
All right. Them pictures are on a table in the cellar. But you didn't hear it from me.
Now off you go and leave us alone.
We're all needed in the morning. You farmyard beast!
I'm telling you, give it a year.
Everybody likes a drop of white.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rootheart. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you feed it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. He wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty. Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
He's dead!
That's it! He's done! Fucking... Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
Show your line, you bastard!
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
Send my greetings to the devil!
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
Come on then!
No chance!
Stand your ground!
Bad luck!
Hey, I need a hand here! Don't bury him! Leading us!
Right on the goblin! Greetings to the devil!
Jesus! They're surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own. Hey! Take that!
Show what you're made of!
Jesus! They're surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own. Get it! You're mine! You're standing. Now you never saw that coming! Kick your asses! You! Show what you're made of! Come on, scum! Hey, Jack! Watch out! No shot!
Whoa, whoa. You're dead.
King Horsons!
Do it. Take that fucker out, damn it! Hey, get him!
I'm bleeding! Keep up! Good! I still can't quite do that! Too slow!
Now you're mine, you bastard. Will be in your face. Work on me. Bad luck. Oh, you're stuck.
Die, you wretch!
Just enough. I don't pick on you. Give it up!
Done here, Horton. That was a close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, and some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Jobst long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
What happened?
Anna of Waldstein. She was simply in the wrong place. And they almost...
But only almost.
You have a brother?
He's upstairs and... Old grievance. Oh, they will have...
Where did...
They've got...
So we have a...
What? A beast...
I tried to come and...
You knew he...
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find...
I bet he couldn't believe it.
And Sigismund will be... We have to be really careful.
Is there...
Definitely. Then we'll...
The king announced one more thing at the... That is...
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall.
They're our allies.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing.
Maybe Samuel will figure something.
He's here too.
Aye, escorting them. Anyway, give him...
Guard the walls and
spare the animals.
If anyone shows up, I want to...
Lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
Poor animal. Handsome, young, sturdy.
Well, at least it was over quick. No, you almost took pinnacle.
That dry devil is coming over. The horse fell on me. I wouldn't get up again.
They didn't even spare the animals. Butchers.
My Tempest lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
One Kunstad captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, brought it upon themselves. Watch. He's as greedy as a pig. Inagis.
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
Poor animal. Handsome, young, sturdy.
Well, at least it was over.
That dry devil is coming over. The horse fell on me. I wouldn't get up again.
One Kunstad captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, brought it upon themselves.
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
They didn't even spare the animals.
My Tempest lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
We have to take care of I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Doing our work.
He survived.
The old Lord doesn't come back.
Finds out about this.
Sturdy.
Well, at least it was over quick. No, you almost took pinnacle.
Mart!
The best thing we can do is to keep doing our work.
What if the old lord doesn't come back? Then we'll have a youngster. He's not a little boy anymore. Soon he'll get married and have a bunch of children.
We can only hope. This is a nightmare.
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked up.
They could well have killed if it hadn't been for you, Henry.
Von Owlet surprised even Sigismund with that.
Well, they killed Lady Anna of Volstein.
And they captured... Without them, we can hardly get the burger.
We'll figure out a...
But how?
Get a grip.
You're right. Nevertheless...
Actually, at Sigismund's council...
Gods, we need to get back...
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. You'll be more... Henry. This is a nightmare.
What will happen to his lordship now? And to us?
We have to take care of him. This is a nightmare.
What if the old lord doesn't come back?
Then we'll have a youngster.
Let's fight.
Do I look like I have time? Drop by when I'm at the...
Sir Vaculin,
Bien sûr. You're in...
where does the name Brabant come from?
That is simple. One... Oh...
Arrête?
Un sanger out of paradise. Un cheveu. That... Alors, my... And... No doubt.
A bold man.
Quite just...
So, you're a...
In short,
What?
he made him...
I reckon...
Do not...
What?
No, it was on the... Sir, but... And as I think, but what I see...
But...
I want, but as I stick... With, I came because, but the...
How...
And wasting in front... Well...
Tell me what happened at...
Oui, I...
Luck...
En aucun... Best chic, feu, le gris, events, indiff... Bien, so, that is... Yes, it was half I could...
You...
Of course, my bird, that's all the of course, but my... I thought...
A sea...
A wrist, a man...
You should have...
You, but after just him, remember?
What?
We were... They had... I said... When I... White, a misfortune, but the...
Tell me...
Quite then, on there, above the... But like...
How did...
Living, I trapped when I...
So...
Yes. I bought, and for... But for Victor Strip...
Sir...
Where the... Perhaps I can... I know...
Thanks. Tell me...
After I found...
Only...
I...
What...
in a minute... And for...
What...
Well, but...
What do you think?
The cheval... That...
I'm sure you...
but for my...
That's...
I like...
So do...
I have... No...
Oh, what do you... you think?
Mine...
How...
Oh, but he...
How do you...
Needless... Godwin...
Have you...
In addition... And in...
What do you...
A good... And that...
I'd like to...
And for...
I'd like to learn something.
Unfortunately, I...
What if the old lord doesn't come back?
Then we'll have a youngster. He's not a little boy anymore. Soon he'll get married and...
We can only hope.
Finds out about this, thank God, otherwise, without a wall, the tower is still smoking. And you want to run away?
Going to be
Shouted
even louder. I don't think they heard you in the courtyard.
Pull yourselves together, damn it, and prove that this alliance isn't just a farce.
It's easy for you to say. Your fortress is safe, far away from Kuttenberg.
So what? Any one of us could have come to a bad end.
Everybody was
I
here.
think it'd be best to get out of here as fast as we can.
I'm
My
not saying
words
it was someone
exactly.
from here.
But
Lots
isn't
of
that
people knew about
disrespectful?
That's an understatement. The dead are scattered outside. There are crows circling overhead. The tower is still smoking. And you want to run away.
Shout it even louder. I don't think they heard you in the
I don't think anything.
Pull yourselves together,
Let
damn
them
it.
live.
And
So they must
prove
have
that this
something
alliance
planned.
is just a
I
farce.
knew it was going to be
It's
tough
easy for
here,
you
but
to
I
say.
didn't expect
Your
you'd be
fortress is
staring
safe.
death in the face.
Far away
I don't think any of us
So
expected
what?
that.
Any one of us
They
could
must
come
have
to a
been
bad end.
surprised too. They were only going after Odorin.
The devil knows what they were after. Maybe someone gave us away.
Who? Everybody was here. Only Jobst and the reptile lords left.
I'm not saying it was someone from here. Lots of people knew about the meeting.
But to reveal something like that to Sigismund would be an admission of conspiring with King Wenceslaus's supporters. You'd end up on the gallows in 2 shakes.
So, you think Odorin, Rukard, and Butcher?
I don't think anything.
The dead are
They let
scattered
them
outside.
live,
There are
so
crows
they must have
circling
something
overhead.
planned.
The tower is
I
still
knew
smoking.
it was going to be tough here, but
you
I
want
didn't
to run
expect
away.
you'd be staring
Shout it
death
even
in the
louder.
face.
I don't think they heard you in the courtyard.
Pull yourselves together, damn it.
would be left without a war. No one knows where they took Odorin and the others. Don't mourn just yet. Did I say anything like that? Young Sir Christopher came out of the back, but